Alright, hello everyone. Castlevania here once again. Alright, let's play some more Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm 91.1% done with the game. Let's see if I can beat it today. Now I want to say thank you to my newest follower. I now have 13 followers. Because you're watching this or you're gonna watch my VOD, thank you man. I appreciate it. And I hope I'll keep on entertaining you. Okay, let's see. So I was a bit lost in what to do. Turns out I have to go back to the clock tower and actually wear both rings at the same time, both gold and silver ring. Yeah, that's what I have to do. So I don't need to use the clock item and the watch item anymore. I just gotta wear both rings. The Brahma Bull's pendulums. They belong to the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Haha. So, how was everyone's weekend? Mine was alright, I suppose. It was a quiet weekend overall. Like I streamed on Saturday, as you might know. But yeah, it was a quiet weekend, not much going on, and that's fine, really. At times it's fine. That's what the weekend's supposed to be like. The older I get, the more I appreciate relaxing weekends, where not much goes on. When you're a kid, the weekends you always feel that well, not pressure, but you feel like, oh, I must enjoy the weekend because because it's only 2 days and then it's back to school for 5 days in a row. So yeah, weekend is when you play a lot, but then you also have the homework and studying to do for tests. Okay, maybe not when you're a little kid. When I was a little kid, so until fourth grade, I didn't study it. I didn't study really. I just did homework and I could pass classes easily. It wasn't until I got to fifth grade where studying became. I had to start studying in order to get these decent grades and to avoid failing tests. Because that's when things get a bit more challenging. Where school gets more challenging, I'd say. I know, but I know people who claim to have made it past high school without studying at all, which I don't know how that happens. I'm not sure if they were telling the truth or just bragging, exaggerating. Oh, I don't study at all. I just pay attention to class, and then I ace every past exam. Okay, well, that was not my case. I'm afraid I had to study, or else I would fail. Perhaps. Then again, I was never a genius or anything like that. I was never a top student or anything like that. So perhaps those people were geniuses. I don't know, or just very smart. So I don't think it necessarily, although I don't think grades necessarily correlate with. I mean, there might be a correlation, but not a causation. You know what I mean? I know people who had okay, I know people who most people I know who had top grades and all were definitely smart, but and educated, but also there was also others but not everyone I knew who had not so good grades. Majority were not stupid at all. They were just lazy or somehow school the traditional school system did not work out for them. And besides, as we all know, when you grow up, being a good student doesn't mean you're going to be a good professional in your workplace. So, and yes, and there are plenty of people who are not particularly intelligent who have good grades and even graduate to university and get master's degrees even. they can do that if they just force through themselves by cramming the materials. I mean, just because you cram the material and know majority of it to get good grades in the tests or final exam, or or to pass a final essay, that doesn't necessarily mean you're smart. It means you had good memory, but that doesn't necessarily mean you understood or that it's gonna stick with in your mind. Because I've met people with university degrees who have awful general culture, or who are really shitty spellers. Like, okay, if you have, let's say, besides, I don't think having a university degree, while it's important, uh, it also doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have a holistic approach to life or anything like that, or a developed worldview at all. I mean, let's face it, someone who takes an engineering degree or is not gonna be learning about history in university. They're not. They're just gonna have pure math-based and physics subjects. So really, I don't see how being a good engineer means also you be knowledgeable enough about the world, about the economics, geography, history. Doesn't mean no. Not to mention a lot of the learning you do doesn't happen in school. It also depends on your upbringing and a lot of the stuff, and all of the work you put yourself in your free time, like okay, reading books and such, or traveling around the world if you can afford that, or your family can. So there are many ways of learning things in this world we live in. No, I'm not supposed to go here. I always forget how to reach the clock tower for some reason. Guess I gotta go up there. This mosquito is still here. Don't mind it. If I see a mosquito, I don't really mind it. Although it's annoying if a mosquito bites you, because then you'll be scratching yourself the whole day, but somehow I guess I think the mosquito will not notice me when I'm asleep. Plus, I'm not the kind of person that, I don't really hear a mosquito approaching when I'm about to fall asleep. Plus, there are some people who are more likely to be bitten by mosquitoes than others. I guess it depends how your blood tastes. Like my brother, oh boy, mosquitoes love him. In fact, the time of my life where I got attacked by mosquitoes more often was when I shared my bedroom with my brother when I was a teenager. Because mosquitoes love him. They just follow him everywhere. I don't know, maybe his blood is really tasty for them. So let's just be glad vampires aren't real, or else he'd be a vampire by now. And so would I suppose. Oh, okay, vampires are cool, but I wouldn't want to be one. You know what I mean? When I expire, I would like to become a ghost. That would be so fucking cool. Being a ghost, going through walls and shit. But better avoid the Ghostbusters. So Portugal defeated Ireland. I see. I saw it. We won it with a goal right at the end of it. I think it was Ruben Neves, I think, who scored the goal, and dedicated to Diogo Jota, who died some months ago in a car crash with his brother, as you might know, a Liverpool player, and that was pretty sad. And the fact he homaged him was pretty cool and nice. Diogo Jota seemed like a nice young man, and it's still a bit shocking that he died so young in a car crash. Really. Uh, Most of Portugal was really sad by that by that accident. He was also a good player, of course, but that's the least important thing right now. But yeah, it's sad. It's like life is kind of like that. We never know how much time we have left, apparently. So might as well enjoy it while we're still here, but with moderation and intelligence. That's very important. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going the right direction, which is something I say it often during this stream. You know, yesterday I was talking to someone else about Super Mario Galaxy games in Odyssey, and the Galaxy games. I really love the Galaxy games, really, and I prefer them to Odyssey. And I consider the Galaxy games the actual spiritual successor of Super Mario 64, even though I suppose Odyssey fits that more. But I don't. But I guess it's more like the Galaxy games give me the sensation, the similar sensation I had when playing Mario 64 back in the 90s. You know what I mean? While Odyssey is a good game, it lacked that wow factor that Mario 64 and the Galaxy games did when they first came out. At least to me. I don't know, just something was missing there. That little extra piece was missing to make it a 10 out of 10 game instead of a 9 out of 10 game. Just doesn't feel as revolutionary for some odd reason. That's just how I feel. No, that's not here. No, I should go back up. Is there something up here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, silly me. Bloody zombie. Rob zombie. That's the save room. I don't need to save right now. Should I go left? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so, but... You know, the other day I saw something I never thought I'd see. You know, angry video game nerd's best friend, Mike Matei? As you probably know, he also streams here, and on YouTube. And you'll never guess what game he was streaming. Fortnite. Yes! Mike Matei streaming Fortnite is so funny. Because it's, well, I mean, he's even older than I am. He's like a decade older than I am. Obviously, he doesn't play Fortnite on a regular basis. He was playing with a Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle, this kid. And I think he was mostly playing against bots, but he didn't care because he was winning. And I can't blame him, honestly. And no, I haven't played Fortnite. I'm 44 years old, soon to turn 35, and Fortnite came out when I was already in my late 20s, I think, so... And I was never a huge fan of first-person shooters, except maybe for Deus Ex games. Since, well, they're not pure shooters in the sense that you can't avoid shooting enemies, since they're more stealth-based RPG games. They're like a hybrid of those genres. Although in Human Revolution you gotta kill the boss fights, and the boss fights were frustrating because of that, because you spend the whole game playing stealthy avoid killing people, and only firing the tranquilizer rifle occasionally, so I got to boss and oh shit, how do I use the gun? How do I aim this shit? Like seriously, yeah. And I managed to beat the game twice, so in only about 40 plus hours or so I didn't do that bad. You know, I play on either easy or medium, not to give me to Zax, which is the hardest difficulty mode. No, screw that. I don't need to I need to beat games in the hardest difficulty setting nowadays to flex. That was important when I was a kid or even a teenager, but as an adult, no, fuck that. I just wanna have like okay, I avoid playing on the easiest mode because that's too easy and not fun enough, but usually I stick to normal difficulty. And unless normal is too daunting for me, then I'll go and I might lower it to easy. Because let's face it, I'm no longer a kid, so I don't have time to just stay stuck in a game for months. Like, okay, when I was a teenager, I played F-Zero GX on the GameCube, the story mode, which is brutal, the story mode, and I had to try each mission about hundreds of times each, no exaggeration. Not that I kept track, but must have been at least 200 tries for each mission. But I would never be able to do that nowadays. Fuck that, I would never have the time or the patience for that. Okay, I'm here. Okay, let me keep both mm, gold rings. The Brahma Bull clock, as I call it. Now that's Baphomet, Satan. Baphomet, I salute you. 666, the number of the beast. Take a look at the Baphomet from below and not above. Exodus attacks. Oh, we're going down. Don't need to wear these anymore. Safe spot makes sense. Alright, let's see. Let us see. You know, I'm surprised how strong the Pokemon community is. In the sense, well, I mean, when it comes to mods and Wolfmon Kaizo Challenge and Nuzlocke. I should give one of those a shot someday. Oh, Hearted Max up, so I'm gonna save again. Oh, hey there! Here the DSM-101. How's it going? Yes, I'm 91.1% done with the game at this point, according to the menu. I don't know how much. I guess now I have almost like a priority the castle is gonna be inverted or something. I don't know. I'd rather not read too much into it because I don't want to get spoiled. I want to enjoy the experience, but hopefully I get to beat it tonight. Oh, a pentagram, 666, yeah. Maria,
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
yeah, it's her.
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
They're
If
holy
you wear
glasses, man.
these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
I'm doing alright, I guess. Oh, it's your favorite game of all time, really? Or your favorite Castlevania game? Because I mean, I haven't played a lot of Castlevania games. Besides this one, I've played Castlevania 1 and Super Castlevania 4. And I'd say Super Castlevania 4 was the best one I've played so far, though I haven't beaten it yet. And this one gives it a very strong run for its money. I'd have to beat Super Castlevania 4 first in order to know which one is. Yo, Saiyan 2000. Still kicking ass in Street Fighter? Anyway, gotta go back. This time, now this is when I had to, well, not fight Richter, just gonna have to destroy that stupid green orb above his head or something. Oh, Master Rate, oh man. No, I actually haven't played Street Fighter 6 much lately. I've mostly been messing on Fightcade with Super Turbo, but damn, it's hard. And you know, people say that Vega Claw is cheap, but maybe that's more of a paper thing, because I think the characters with the most nonsense in Super Turbo are Blanca and Eon, the, the Flying Gorillas. And even Chun-Li is kinda cheap on practice. The lightning kicks are a bit too overpowered, even if you block. In fact, Super Turbo is kind of a flawed game. I mean, I still love it, but it's a bit of a silly game. Yeah, true. But it takes more practice, and you gotta know when to use the flying Barcelona attack, the wall dive. And I'm still trying to learn him. People say it's admired that I try to learn him, and well, I'm learning it the hard way. And I think it's because on Fightcade, most of the players are good and rather seasoned. So you don't run into many casual players and newbies like you do on Street Fighter 6 or even 5 online some years ago. So that's why I keep facing really good players. In fact, I don't even bother with ranked on Fightcade anymore. I'm just an unranked player because I like playing longer sets, and I don't and I and I don't want to deal with the grinding of ranked, honestly. Ah, my favorite Castlevania or top game of all time. Nice. You know, this game came out at a time when 3D was the hottest thing around. So the fact Konami made a 2D game in 1997 for the PS1 was actually, I suppose, was actually kind of risky, but paid off, since this game aged marvelously, as you can see, due to being 2D at a time where 2D graphics were very polished already. So instead of making a 3D Castlevania game like they did for two of those for Nintendo 64 games, which I believe are rather a bit more polarizing games. I haven't played them myself, but they're not as loved as Symphony of the Night. Oh, you are. What games do you play on Fightcade, by the way? I only play Super Turbo and Third Strike occasionally. No, I don't play Alpha 3. I used to a decade ago, but since Karin Kanzuki made it to Street Fighter 5, I no longer felt the need to play Alpha 3. By the way, guys, if my mic is experiencing static or anything, please tell me, okay? Because obviously I can't hear it because I don't have the stream open. Alpha 2, Street Fighter, and Hyper Fighting. Oh, I see. Alpha 2 doesn't have a lot of players though, does it? In Hyper Fighting, I think Champion Edition is more popular there, especially among the Latin Americans. Oh, it does? Alpha 2? Anyway, I never played Alpha 2 competitively. Is it how good is the competitive scene for it? Is it a well balanced game? Would you say how would you compare it to Alpha 3 if that's easy to answer or not? I don't know. No, I didn't. I didn't spend much time on Twitter today, only about 5-10 minutes. Which I usually do every morning to check out the news and such. Wait, a Smurf? That's fucking funny because Smurfing is not exactly a reliable tactic in Street Fighter 6 anymore due to how easy it is to rank up. Smurfing was more of a thing in Street Fighter 5 and 4, but on Street Fighter 6 is Smurfing even worth it? I would say the best overall, most well balanced old school Street Fighter game is actually Third Strike. I mean, Third Strike is objectively a game without flaws, pretty much. Yeah, true. I guess Smurfs will have an account, let's say the PlayStation and then the computer, but Anyway, why are they accusing you of being a Smurf? I mean, I see you mostly playing against top ranked players. I don't see you stat padding against lower ranked players. So why are they accusing you of being a Smurf? Who exactly are you Smurfing against? Other masters? Oh, my favorite Street Fighter, I have to say, because I like all of them to some degree. They all have their own advantages and disadvantages. But I would say the ones with the best rosters are Street Fighter 4 and 5. I see. Oh, I see. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but I don't think it's that suspicious for someone who's mastered. I just assume if I saw an account like that they're a seasoned vet of the Street Fighter series who just got the game recently, or or somehow their computer broke and then they had to buy it for console or something like that. MD Jimmy? No, I don't know. Sorry, there are too many Street Fighter players and I can't remember all names. Oh, Gen and Ken are your mains. You know, Ken players are a bit of a meme. They have a bit of a meme reputation because of the flowchart Ken things. Although that's not much of a thing in Street Fighter 6 anymore. It was in 5 and 4 especially. But nothing worth playing Ken. Anyway, I watched a recent video of a guy on YouTube, a guy who I don't remember his username, but a guy who was playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 HD, who played against a guy who he played as Chun-Li against online competitively against a player named Christian who played, you won't believe, it's Akuma. And and you know what? The Akuma player got his ass kicked by his Chun-Li and did not rematch him. First of all, playing Akuma is already a dick move in competitive match on Street Fighter 2. And he turned out to be a lousy player, so seriously, if I ever go online Street Fighter 2 and someone uses Akuma against me, I'm gonna be like, are you for fucking real? Because seriously, the thing is about the problem of Akuma is that he's still surviving, he's still living off his Super Turbo reputation. You had people on Street Fighter 4 and even on Street Fighter 5 and even 6 nowadays, newbies, who automatically choose Akuma because they think they're gonna automatically climb up to the top ranks by using him, by shooting the earth diagonally directional fireballs. They think, oh, that's all I have to do and I'll become a top player. No, buddy, you're not. Akuma is a glass tank and you're gonna lose sooner or later, no matter who you play as, including Akuma. Plus, I don't think Akuma is top tier in Street Fighter 5 and 6 anymore. He he's still living off his reputation from Super Turbo, where he was a fun extra, hidden boss character that they're not supposed to play as competitively. Anyway, my main issues with Street Fighter 6 are, well, occasionally on the Battle Hub I see people saying really stupid things and insulting things, which get censored obviously, but the Battle Hubs are pretty toxic. And I've seen some edgy usernames like where they um, where they change a couple of letters, say discriminatory stuff in order to avoid getting flagged, like things about against trans people and such. I've seen usernames like that. Must be edgy teenagers who think they're funny. And I think Capcom maybe should look more into try to monitor better their servers, their online servers. I don't know. Anyway, the problem with the Battle Hub is that it's full of demons. You find someone who's a new challenger, and it turns out they're actually a veteran. I mean, but then you go on casual play, and like I went on casual play the last few times, and I was winning like 90% of the matches because I was facing against genuine iron and bronze rank players, and I felt like a bully. Oh, here no, but DM me to my Twitter account, and I'll watch it later after I'm done with this. So, okay. Because I don't have my mobile phone next to me here, and I don't want to open YouTube because it will just It'll just overload the CPU and make the stream slower and stutter. Don't worry, I'll watch it later tonight, buddy. As for Gen, no, Des, I haven't played as Gen ever, I think.
I've been waiting for you. Answer me. Why?
Alright, I gotta keep them. Oops. Oh, I did it, yeah.
You
Shaft?
defeated me,
That
but
was a
all is
movie,
not
wasn't
yet
it?
lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
Shaft was a movie character. What is he doing in Transylvania? Yeah, I'll check it out later, buddy. Oh, eerie. You know, I like this full motion video. I like it. It's so 90s. Oh, I got accused of cheating once on Super Turbo Fightcade by some guy telling me that I was a spammer and a cheater who used auto fire and macro. So I just blocked him. I just blocked him. I didn't want to deal with that nonsense. Which is odd because he beat me in a ranked match 3-0, so I don't know why the fuck he was accusing me of being a cheater.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard?
Don't mention
The
it.
same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That
Yeah,
was over 300 years ago.
yeah.
No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there? Yes, I think so. Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
I love Maria's voice. It's sexy, in my opinion. The voice acting is actually pretty solid for this game, although I suppose the what is a man, a pile of little secrets, is a bit cheesy nowadays, but hey. Holy water. Smurfing. I guess some people just are bitter and get upset because they got beaten and take those defeats personally in a video game. Yeah, the castle seems mirrored, turned upside down now. Oh, another library card. I still don't understand what these things do. I think they just teleport you to the room right outside the librarian master or something. So that you don't have to go through the whole library to get him again and buy and sell stuff. You know, video games really have to do the whole mirror dungeon or mirrored level thing. Oh, that's a boss fight. Darkwing Bat. Fuck. I was not expecting that. Shit. Fuck. Do I have any potions? I have 2 potions, okay. Let me use it again. If I die, I will get the potions back since I will not save, obviously. If I die, I cannot save. I'll go back to my previous save spot, which was just a couple of rooms away, so it's not a big deal. But yes, Saiyans, fighting games have a lot of salty people. I used to read the older Shoryuken forums back in the day, where people would post salty message they'd get on Xbox and computer, and they'd get after their matches, they would get insulting messages on Steam or Xbox. Oh, did I beat it or second form coming? Oh, I beat it. Nice. Like I remember one, obtain Ring of Lead Impaler, the Ring of Dracula himself. Alright, what does it do, I wonder? Oh, it's a relic, maybe. It is. 105 treasures. Oh, okay. Do I have to find all the treasures in order to beat the game? Oh, I'm going to back just to save it, like I always do after a boss fight. Just so I don't die and then have to redo the boss fight. That's kind of a hassle. And yes, I understand the game will get more difficult, even though it's just a castle upside down. Obviously, it has new obstacles and enemies. Okay, so as I said, I was not on Twitter for too long today, and I saw a guy who got into a discussions someone because there was a guy who said he wanted to ban pornography. TNT. Now these powerful items that you only have on use, I saved them for boss fights in case I'm in a pinch or something, so that just to get a really strong hit on them. What's this? Is this candy? No, Moonrod. Moonrod, what does this do? Rod with lunar markings. Okay. That doesn't really clarify anything, but okay. Anyway, like I was saying a while ago, video games really love the whole mirror to dungeon scenes and such. I mean, Ocarina of Time does that with the Master Quest. Mario 64 did that with the special CC speed mirrored tracks, and I think there probably are other examples, but those are the only two I can think of besides this one. So maybe it's not that common, but I've noticed that it's more common than you'd think. These are like the ones from Metal Man stage in Mega Man 2. Yeah, and these are like Bomberman. It's strange, Castlevania is by Konami, but I always saw it as as the Mega Man of Konami, if that makes sense. I like Alucard as a protagonist. I think he's pretty cool. It's kind of funny how are the how the torch is upside down and the fire doesn't fall off. Oh well, video games are not known for being accurate about physics. Cloaked Knight. He doesn't seem that cloaked. I mean, what is he dressed like a shredder, like a Japanese shogun or something? I guess. Oh, oh, I hate these Medusa heads. They've been a pain in the ass since the very first Castlevania game. They're like the worst enemy in the game, really. And that and the flea guys. Fuck, three of them. I could use the big ass cross now. By the way, in case you're still here, Des, thank you very much for your help on the Blue Sky the other day. The tip telling me that I needed to find the rings and the glasses. Like, seriously, I appreciate it. I wonder how many people back in the day who played this back in the 90s when we were kids were able to beat the game. I guess most people just got the well, maybe not most people. I guess half of the people got to by the ending and didn't see much more of the game beyond it. Yeah, that's how it was back in the day, word of mouth and through video game magazines. That's how you discovered such things, which was part of the charm, yeah. Although there were also things that drove people mad, like the remember when the game magazines issued the whole April Fools issues? They convinced a lot of people that there was a Triforce in Ocarina of Time, that he could get a Triforce. My brother was one of those people. He tried to look for the Triforce like a sucker. And don't even get me started on Smash Brothers Melee in the early 2000s. So many people thought that Sonic and Knuckles were in the game. Oh yeah, you must defeat Shenlong to stand a chance, but since I did not grow up with Street Fighter in the arcades, only on Super Nintendo, it said you must defeat my Dragon Punch to stand a chance. So I did not know about the Shenlong hoax until I was older. Oh, what's this? Dragon Helm. I hope this improves my defense significantly. I really hope it does. But yes, the Sonic and Knuckles rumor was really made a lot of victims. People talked about it online at the time. Even the official website of Super Smash Bros. Melee, in its facts section, one of the questions was, "Are Sonic and Knuckles in the game?" And the answer was simply, "No, they are not." And yet people still insisted. Oh, it lowers the advanced frightened enemies. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. And the thing about mirrored dungeons and such and levels in video games is that even though it's the same level, just mirrored, it kind of messes your brain because you gotta think and see things differently, you know? Like for example, I remember in the Ocarina of Time, the Master Quest in the 3DS, I never managed to go further than the Forest Temple, probably because the Stalfos became 2 times stronger and I kept dying. And they had cows inside Lord Jabu Jabu. Like he has cows, living cows inside his stomach's walls. Oh, thank God. Fortunately, the game has a lot of safe spots. Yo, what the fuck is that? Oh, skulls. Garnet. Something to sell the Master Librarian. I hope he's still there. I'm sure he is. But just sitting upside down or something. Wait, no effect? Oh well, it's easy to avoid though. He only goes up and down. Any other cool video game rumors that you guys remember? At the moment, I'm not remember more, but surely there are a lot more. Like I don't know, seeing Sonya Blade naked in Mortal Kombat, that you could see her naked. Apparently, there was a rumor about that in the first ever Mortal Kombat game back in the day, which obviously was a lie. But but I guess back in 1993 or something, seeing a naked woman in a video game was pretty revolutionary. So people were curious. Although I don't think Sonya is the hottest Mortal Kombat character. That's Cassie Cage, in my opinion. Or maybe Kitana in JD Mortal Kombat 9. That game really went hard on the boobs and fan service, which got stoned down in MKX and 11. Which upset people, I suppose, but I don't really care. Like, okay, hot gaming chicks are a big plus. I love hot chicks. Video games, real life, anime. But if a game doesn't have them exactly, or doesn't have excessive fan service, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna break the game either to me. I mean, really. Oh, Lara Croft topless coat. I'm not surprised there was something like that. I didn't grow up with Tomb Raider, but looking back, it's kind of crazy how people found the 32-bit, the polygon heavy Lara Croft hot with her triangular tits. Oh, Lena is eating. Lion. Well, yeah, that's. Oh, who's that? Is a fucking ghost or a condom? Oh, and I remember another one. Remember the Luigi being in Mario 64? Ellie's here was written on a sign outside the Ghost House world or something, or the Ghost House level. Remember that? That was also a rumor at the time. But no, Luigi is not in the original Mario 64 at all. Just Yoshi, but you only see him on top of the castle and talk to him for a moment, and that's it. Although Yoshi would not have. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. It's been a while since I last saw the game over screen. Yeah, mysterious found it text. Ellie's here. Mm, I wonder if that was a mistranslation into English or if it was just Nintendo messing with us. either either answer is very plausible in my opinion. I like how the save icon changes every time. I haven't seen this one before. A cross at the cemetery in the thunder lightning. That's like the beginning of Super Castlevania 4. Uh, you can play as Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario in the Super Mario 64 remake for the DS, which I got a few years ago after the pandemic, and I actually enjoyed that game. It's like a it's like a new way to experience Mario 64, a whole new experience. Super Mario 64 DS is fun, in my opinion. Have you played that? By the way, yesterday I realized that I really live under a rock at times. There were elections to elect elections across my country here in Portugal to elect city mayors and such, and those who run local districts and such. And I didn't know of it until it was 6 p.m. So I didn't vote yesterday. So my city, Lisbon, kept the same mayor who doesn't do anything, although his opponents were also didn't do. His opponents also seem to be incompetent as hell. So there really wasn't any any good solutions, honestly, and at least the far right did not get very good results this time around. So so that's one positive thing at least, because if the far right party Chega, who keeps talking about the gypsies and talking about how fascism back in the day in Portugal was a good thing and such, they keep on growing, which they are. Like on the next national wide elections, I'll have to go vote because I don't want those fuckers to win. I want a party that constantly talks about trans people, the gays and the gypsies, saying they're the enemy and such, and also the Indian immigrants to run this country. Because that party is also full of corruption and criminals. Like the one of the guys who was caught stealing luggage at the airport some years ago, one of their MPs, and one of them also turned out to be a pedo. So yeah, they're not the solution. And it's mostly low-educated people who vote for them, who fall for their populism. They're a bunch of crooks. And of course they admire Trump. See, the problem with Trump is that he's a he's an egocentric clown who also energized a lot of far right people across the world. Like he's not to blame for the growth of the far right in Europe that has been growing since at least the early mid 2000s, but he has amplified that. And also the whole fake news, Rupert Murdoch style news and social media have been taking ground in Europe lately. Like recently, a new political party in Portugal was formed called the Libertarian Party. Like libertarianism does not make sense in Europe, in countries that have oh shit, fuck, fuck. Libertarian movements do not make sense in European countries that have strong welfare systems. Libertarianism will not make sense for Europe. I mean, really, it would dismantle the continent as we know it. So yeah, politics are depressing, and nowadays the most popular ones are usually wackos. Kind of makes me miss the faceless bureaucrat era and the boring ones who just kept repeating the same vague stuff instead of these stupid. Okay, I'm not going to the library this time. Clearly, the enemies are too strong, and I need to get a bit stronger before I head there again. So I wonder if the librarian master has new items for me. If he's still there, which I hope he is. So Des, you're into rap music, aren't you? I'm not a big knowledgeable about rap music, and I'm kind of hit and miss when it comes to liking that stuff. Like for example, I'm not a huge fan of Kanye West. I think he's overrated. But I've enjoyed stuff by Too Short, for example, and Ghostface Killer. I also can say I didn't like the stuff I listened from Kendrick Lamar and Lupe Fiasco much, even though they're popular current rappers. As for Nas, Illmatic, it's a fine album, I'd say. MF Doom also kind of fun, I'd say. Well, I was never much into rap music, so I never knew much about it, I must say. Oh, Wu-Tang, yes, I know the song Cream, obviously. Someone told me to listen to Above the Law. I like the song Black Superman. It's cool, especially the second part of it. The guy who raps it, the guy with the sunglasses, I know his name, who raps it in the second half of it, seems to have very good flow. See, it's funny because when I was a kid, a teenager, I didn't like the idea of gangster rap, but honestly, gangster rap has a lot of cool songs. Some of the most creative songs tend to be gangster rap. I see the gangster gimmick in hip hop as similar as like the a hip hop version of Satanism in metal. Like it's a gimmick mostly, but it works and it makes for fun songs apparently. Like most metal bands do not praise Satan. They just sang about it because it was controversial and made them money. So I guess it's the same with rappers. They're just role playing some character. Yo, that's is that Bebop? No, that's Frankenstein, the creature. Yeah, Kanye West is an idiot. Like and the fact people kiss his ass is embarrassing. 36 Mafia. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. I don't think I have listened to them. And I'm dead again. Yet the game really does become harder this time around. Not that it's a surprising since, well, Castlevania games are not known for being easy, exactly cakewalks. Even though this one might be the easiest Castlevania I've played, at least compared to Castlevania 1 and Super Castlevania 4, but it's still a challenging game. 99.3% done. That's teasing me. It says 99 point. It says I'm 99.3% done, but I feel like that's 0.7% left that I have left of the game is actually bigger, longer than it looks on paper. Yeah, yeah. I haven't played Castlevania 2 and 3, but I've heard 3 is one of the hardest games on the NES. As for 2, I don't know. From what I gather, 2 seems like a good but unfinished game with some dungeons and castles that don't have anything. You just gotta get the oak stake. Like I saw in the AVGN review back in the day. He knows it's not. He doesn't consider it a bad game. He just exaggerated its flaws. The game just has its flaws. Maybe it was rushed. I don't know. Castlevania 1, I never beat it because the controls are a bit stiff. The jumping controls in the other Castlevania games are rather stiff, and if you are on platforms where there's a lot of holes, where there's a lot of pits, if you get hit, you die because you go back and boom, you free fall downwards to your death. Yeah, it's definitely far less challenging, but it's not a cakewalk either. Like if I had played this game, if I played this game back in the 90s when I was a kid, I'm not sure I'd have gotten this far. Because when you're a kid, many games are hard. Like as a kid, I also couldn't. As a little kid, I couldn't. I also had more trouble with Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. And Diddy Kong Racing seemed like the hardest racing game ever when I was a little kid. Like seriously. Especially those silver coins levels and the boss races. Yeah, Simon's Quest tried it first too. And I feel like if Metroid was not a thing, then Castlevania would not have the Metroidvania genre. Yes, the silver, especially the silver coin levels. I do wonder if Sonic Racing the Crossroads, the new one, if it's hard because apparently Sega is trying to make it competitive. Oh, High Potion, that's good. Sega is aiming for a competitive racing game, not just a casual game. I've heard lots of hype for that game. Okay, okay, let me see my situation. Okay, I have a high potion. Strength potion. During the pandemic, I played the Mario Kart 8 on the Switch online sometimes, which was funny because due to my irregular sleep schedule during the pandemic at times, I feel like playing against Japanese players. I'd be like the only European among Japanese players online, or the only European among American and Asian players, which was kind of funny. Looking at my lonely flag in the final stands. Okay, maybe I should use the TNT. Yeah, yes. Let's see if I have any more. Is the current Sonic game that new Sonic game better than let's say All Star Racing's Transform? Because that game was fun, even though it had its own flaws. Oh, I still have some shuriken left. It's a bit more chaotic. Nothing wrong with chaotic. I looked if there were any character exclusive items like in some Mario Kart games, but there aren't, it looks like, even though they have a lot of guest characters. Sega seems to be on good terms with a lot of companies. Sega might be a bit hit and miss when it comes to quality, but they don't seem like a bad but they actually seem like good guys for a major company. Fucking Frankenstein monster. He's like Abigail from Street Fighter rolling like this. Critical hits, nice. That was probably my best critical hit in a while. Critical hits for enemies that can die with one hit in a regular attack are kinda a waste. Pointless. Man, this guy is tough. The toughest boss I've faced in a while, definitely. But at least he has a consistent pattern I can avoid. So it's just a game of patience, I guess. I forgot to mention, there was also another Castlevania game I've played, but I didn't get very far, and it was Bloodlines on the Mega Drive. Bloodlines was good also, and I think it stars Richter as well. Or is it Trevor? I don't remember. Yes! Take that, Frankenstein. I'll take Tooth of Lead. Yeah, Tooth of Lead. It's like Dracula in this game is like Jesus, you collect his body or some shit. What are these supposed to be? Are they just there for decoration or is there something I need to unlock? I don't know. Yeah, thanks. Feels good, man. Oh, I'm pretty sure I already faced the boss way back in this game, in this same room before. Maybe it's a room that's well liked by bad guys, I don't know. If only there was a way to sell weapons and items I don't need anymore. But now all I can do is sell jewels and such, like rings. All right, John Morris and Alec Lecotte. Spear. What was the Castlevania game where where one of the main characters is has the Stoker is the guy from the Bram Stoker novel. I remember AVGN mentioned that in his Castlevania episode that there was a point in the series where they start mentioning the Bram Stoker novel Dracula. I read the Bram Stoker novel over a decade ago in English, and it's actually a hard read. Good novel, but a hard read. And I feel like one further read it's letters. He's reading letters. Also, Van Helsing in that book, even though he's Dutch, he speaks German. He says "Mein Gott," but it should be "Mein Gott." So maybe that's just something Bram Stoker overlooked. But yes, making a Dutch character speak German as his native language is like making a Portuguese character speak Spanish. I mean, that's a faux pas. But it's a good novel, yes. The skeleton with a dinosaur sounding name. This guy is slow as fuck and doesn't attack really, or maybe he takes a while to attack, so I can easily deal with him. Luck potion. What does luck do exactly in this game? I don't know. I should know by now, but I don't. Oh, life max up, nice. 303, yeah. Ah, I see. You know what? Perhaps I'm gonna, perhaps I'm gonna consume a luck potion then, just to see what happens. Oh yes, I imagine. Because the S-Stock, even though I like it, it's strong, I need an even more powerful weapon. I have 1500 curses. This is my most tuned item, the one I have the most items of, but I only use it once this time around so far. Yeah. By the way, have all Castlevania games after Symphony of the Night just become Metroidvanias, or are there any that go back to the old school days? Where you, like the NES and Super Castlevania 4, where you don't do any backtracking and such, or have they all become or are they all Metroidvanias after this one, or has the format changed in any game since then? Have Konami tried new formulas? I see. I think there's one Castlevania game for the original DS that's extremely expensive. And there's one for the GBA which has I think it's Dawn of Sorrow or something, which has a really, has one cool jazzy tune there. Okay, that wasn't needed, but fuck! The fuck? Oh, fuck. I didn't expect the Green Skeleton to fire a laser that would be instant death. Yeah, fucking Green Skeleton. It must be radioactive or some shit. Fucking hell. Yeah, I learned that the hard way just right now. Oh, they even put the skeleton icon this time. 101%. Oh, it goes over 100%, so that means don't tell me it's 200%. So I have half the game left or so, right? So looks like I have half the game left at least, since it goes over 100%. You know what? I'm not upset because this game is cool, and I was not happy with the bad ending where I defeat Richter. So I'm glad there's more, because after all I needed to see what makes this game so legendary, and I'm starting to see what it is, why it is. So it needs to be considerably long for it to be legendary. Had it just ended at Richter, it reminds me of the time I ever played Nier Automata. I don't know if it's pronounced Nier or Nier, but okay, I played that during the pandemic for the Switch, and there's three endings. There's three playthroughs in the same save file. And when I first beat the first playthrough, I thought that was it. And I thought, this is Nier Automata, really? But then I played the game the other two playthroughs, and then I realized, oh yeah, this game is awesome. So yeah, the whole game baiting you with a fake or a bad ending is... Some games do that. Nier Automata has side quests that are, well, not time limited, but you gotta be careful because if you don't do them do them at the right time, they'll just disappear. Anyway, I'm not sure. Is it pronounced Nier Automata or Nier Automata? I'm not sure what's the right pronunciation is, quite frankly. I prefer going for Nier Automata. even though it has an I instead of a Y. But I suppose saying Nier is safer because if I say Nier, people might mishear it, as you know, and that's something I'd rather not deal with. As for another game that has a lot of content that's pretty damn long, it's The Witcher 3, but I stopped playing it some time ago, and I think my brother uninstalled it from his Switch, so I really gotta get back to that one sometime. But it's such a long game. Nia, yeah, that's yeah, Nia is okay. Nia, okay, Nia seems like a good compromise. Not pronouncing the R, silent R. Yeah, that sounds safe. Oh, a hammer, nice. Shuttle. What's a shuttle? Abyssinian curved sword, okay. No, not stronger than the stock. The hammer, the hammer comes in handy if you have the fairy cards turned on, because she'll use it automatically, just like the healing. The fairy does not attack; it only heals and then petrifies you, it seems. I've been using the demon for a while. Maybe I should change it to the ghost or the bat again. Guess I will. Although having a bat following me around is a bit unsettling. You're not getting me this time around, green skeleton mofos. And your death laser. Okay, that comes in handy. Max Harloff. Hmm. Not anything else to do here, it seems. No. Can't go through there. Nova Skeleton. Level up, nice. What level am I at? Level 32. Okay. What's the maximum level Alucard can reach? Like level 50 or something? Okay. It doesn't seem like it's possible for him to reach level 100. Wait, how did he die? I didn't do anything. How did that happen? Oh, it was the bat that killed him. Okay, good bat. I got Batman on my side. I'm really jealous of Alucard's long mane of white hair. He seems like a handsome lad. I wish I was as handsome as Alucard, don't you? Although I don't wish I was a vampire, because I have no desire to be a vampire. Like I said, when I die I want to become a ghost. So I can go through walls and be invisible and untouchable. That would be so cool. I mean, being a vampire, attacking people to drink their blood and only being able and melting under the sun, that doesn't sound appealing to me. Yeah, yeah, all the Castlevania characters I've played as so far seem cool, like Simon, and I also like Richter as well. Even though this game nearly made me hate his guts, but turns out It wasn't his fault that he was acting that way. Jacko, yeah, hence the name Jacko Bones. I'm pretty sure there might have been a skeleton pirate in One Piece, like a background character or two. I'm not sure if you watch One Piece or not, but I love that show. You know, there was some controversy about the Netflix One Piece when it came to casting Nami and the live action One Piece series. I don't watch it because I'm not interested. I don't have Netflix or care about it. But and I don't want to watch One Piece in live action. But a lot of fans like it, and there was some controversy sometime around because the actress they cast to play Nami, with Emily Root, I think that's her name. Some idiots on Twitter were complaining that she doesn't have gigantic boobs like Nami does. I mean, the women in One Piece tend to have gigantic boobs that most women in real life don't have it, and the majority of women with such large boobs in real life are not regular actresses. So it's kind of silly to expect live action actresses to play Nami and Rick Robin to have gigantic boobs bodies like that in real life. I mean, One Piece bodies, the bodies in One Piece are not exactly the most realistic, but some people can't tell reality from fiction. Again, I don't watch the series, but whoever plays whoever the casting choices are, that's my list of my problems. Like seriously, I don't. Anyway, since I'm not interested, I just simply don't watch the Netflix series, and sometimes I forget it exists. Oh fuck! But anyway, I don't like Netflix. It's expensive. It apparently now has ads, and the problem with those streaming services is that there are too many of them, and they don't keep the shows and the movies there forever. They eventually take them off the platform. And honestly, who can even afford subscribing to so many different subscription services? Honestly, I don't know what kind of solution humanity has to find someday in the future. Like I don't know, centralize it or something. Because no one's gonna subscribe to a billion different of those services, really. And it's insane how they've touched the people who are CEOs of subscription services and subscription networks. How out of touch they are, saying complaining, oh, people shouldn't pirate, we should arrest them. Well, maybe if you didn't have such high greedy prices, maybe people wouldn't pirate. Have you ever thought about that? No, of course not. Uh, I keep forgetting the backsliding, the moonwalk by pressing triangle. Anyway, I haven't watched Red One Piece in a while, so I'm a bit behind, which I don't mind necessarily, because waiting for the weekly or bi-weekly chapter, or the once every 2 weeks or every month chapter can be a bit frustrating. So I don't mind having some stuff to catch up on. Let me try the library again. Maybe this time I can go through it. Fuck you, Jack. Level up, okay. Alright, I forgot the bat. The Bible barely hurts the lion. Anyway, this is the most chaotic library I've ever been to. If you've ever been to a library in your life, you know that you can even sneeze or breathe harder because one of the librarians will come up to you and tell you to shut up. Either shut up or leave. But Ripple has quite a lively library. Scarecrow. Oh, that's a scarecrow, yeah. Makes sense. Oh, I left accidentally. Shmoo, that's the name of that ghost? Fuck. Fuck. Act square one. Fuck. Yes. Just gotta avoid. Or else. Fuck. And I still have a potion or two, I think. No, I don't. Meal ticket, I think. I wonder what this does. Ah, red bean bun. Cheesecake. Alright. Got some health replenish items. Yeah, I knew that's what it... I had a feeling that's what it would do. With chocolate chips, alright. Barely. Barely. Okay, apple. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Carlito. Yeah. Shortcake. The thing about this stock is that when I use it, you move forward automatically. That's the most annoying part of this weapon. Tin Man. Tin Man. What's the Tin Man doing there? 64. Nintendo 64 health. Turquoise. Oh, that isn't this where the library master is supposed to be? I guess he's no longer here. Oops, I pressed mist instead of bat, but okay. It didn't matter. No more spellbooks? Looks like they ran out of spellbooks. Oh, save spots, oh. Thank Madoka Yukawa. I really could use this to replenish my health. This Tin Man is annoying twat. And the Bible doesn't hurt him much. Fuck. I'll just fly over these mofos. It's easier than taking them on for now. Okay, the Scarecrow takes okay, the Bible is not useless against the Scarecrow at least. But still he takes some hits. Alright, flying over these mofos. Missed. Starlights. This is one of those that you sell, isn't it? No, strength's power of cross. Oh. Okay. Might as well keep it. Looks like it will come in handy. Okay. Let's go back now. Oh, there's a room down there. Alright, I got away. Neutron bomb. What's here? Battler. I hope this is a good weapon. No. No, it's still not as strong as the stock. Fuck. Now let's see if I can survive. Oh, looks like I can. It doesn't reach the top. There's a Tin Man here, I know. No, there isn't, looks like it. Or there was, but he did not respond somehow. Yes, safe spots. 313. Okay, let's go left now, because there's still stuff to explore in the library. Oh, fucking Tin Man. Fuck. Level up, nice. Alright. No more schmooze for now. Managed to avoid it. Oh, I'm back to the beginning. Yeah. Time to leave the library, since the master librarian no longer seems here. I survived. Nice. Gotta s- I see. Are So, will there be any other NPCs selling me and buying my stuff, or this time around, oh no, I'm completely alone. Will I not be able to use my gold anymore? Because that would be that would sadden me a little, I must say. Oh, I see. Oh, I think I have a librarian card still left. I have 3 librarian cards left. Although, I don't know if he has any new items this time around, or has the same old stuff. Because if he has the same old items, I don't need to visit him, I guess. Yeah, true. Oh, mosquito. Okay. I wonder if the Twilight series got any teenage girls at the time checking out Castlevania games. I mean, that's. I think that's some food for thought, no? Anyway, as for spells, I have these, but I keep forgetting I have them. I think I used Dark Metamorphosis one time. Probably because I keep forgetting their inputs. These are like fighting game inputs. So I don't exactly trigger them by accident either. Yeah, most likely they did. I remember when Twilight came out, vampires were all the craze among teenage girls for a while. Look, obviously I haven't watched or read, I haven't watched the Twilight movies, and I haven't read the books because I doubt they're any good. But well, I'm sure they got a new generation of girls into vampires. But even though they're not exactly the best representation of vampires, no actual vampire connoisseur and enthusiast that I know, or any literature lover, gives Twilight any credit or considers it anything worth checking out. Although I think attractive-looking vampires were not invented by Twilight, really. I mean, look at Alucard, he's a handsome guy. Just so happens that Twilight managed to to become popular with good-looking vampires, I guess. So there's a vampire in Sesame Street. I don't remember his name. And there was also this British cartoon that I loved as a kid, which was Count Duckula, who was a duck about a vampire duck who was a vegetarian who mostly ate carrots. He did not drink blood or anything like that. He was a good guy. It was a funny cartoon series. Count Duckula, I loved that, and the theme song. But I admit I'm not a big vampire connoisseur. I'm not a big expert on them. The weather is warm again. It's already mid-October. It really should be getting colder by now. Really. Although I don't mind the sun. Sun is always welcome. As long as it's not super hot or with very strong UV rays. Sun is a good thing in my opinion. Because of vitamin D. Jacobones. Jacobones are. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, that was good. Gonna save again, just in case. Because the enemies now are a lot stronger, so I don't want to risk getting hit and dying again. Three hundred and 323 maximum HP. Okay? Maximum heart 182. Hmm. Oh, not far off from leveling up again to level 33. Okay. I think I already got this one. Yeah. Max HP up thing. Oh, the fucking skeletons. Let's hope they don't do me in this time around. Nothing here. I think I already got something here. An item that was lying around. Oh, level up, nice. I didn't know these skeletons gave you a lot of XP. Since I was like 500 points away from leveling up. So, gotta avoid the laser of death. Come on, Bats, why don't you just go up there and kill him? That's what I pay you for. Oh. Oh. Alright, the maxed heart up. And there are some hearts up there as well. Might as well turn into a bat. And then save again to replenish the blue health, the blue bar. After a while it becomes easier to avoid these motherfuckers. But let's see. Oops. Doesn't really matter because I'm gonna save anyway, so. Critical hit, nice. Another critical hit. Not like it matters since they die after 2 hits anyway. The regular ones let alone critical. 333 HP. Nice. 333. 333. Try saying that 3 times fast. The moonwalk comes in handy, honestly. Oh shit. Let's see. Okay. Alucard level 33. Yep. Still a bit left to level up to level 34. Okay, let's go. Let's see if I can reach the rest of the castle this time without dying. Because that's gonna be... It's not just the skeletons, but the spikes on the floor. Oh, I burped slightly, but I don't think anyone noticed. Nice. It was a silent burp. It was a weak sound burp, nice. Some streamers do burp a lot, I've noticed. Although if you're gonna burp, you at least cover your mouth or something. Don't burp loudly on purpose. That's a bit rude, gross. See, these are the things, and they take a lot of health. So, yeah, best avoid them or else. fuck. See, 41. Let me go up there. Some safer up here. Ah, no spikes this time around. Oh, is this breakable? I like when a question mark pops up on the bat's face. Nice. Safe spot. By the way, I'm not sure if you still hear Des, but I have stickers. If you can see them, I think it's a purple heart or something. I don't have the stream open, but you can use stickers. They have fun sound effects, which is a bunch of gifs. I don't have unique emotes because those are only for affiliated people, which I am not. So level up, nice. The problem with this cross is that it takes a lot of hearts. Nice. Oh, that's AVGN. Oh, the bot stream booth. That's AVGN. I think it must be from another. Oh, Tesmov. Is that your own? Is that your own from your own server? From your own stream? Nice. I think you're the first person to post an emote in chat here. Not sure if you can find it. Try. I think in the Purple Heart you can find the streams from Stream Stickers. You'll have some gifs and such with cool sound effects. Try to see if you can, just to test them, if you can see. They'll probably all hear it on the stream. It's an extension, I think. Anyway, these bot accounts promoting Streamgrass are annoying. Everyone gets them, I think. .316 of health, Austin 316. I love AVGN. You know, the other day Mike Mate was streaming Fortnite of all games. Not a game I'd ever expect Mike to play. He's like a decade older than I am. And I don't play Fortnite. He was playing as Michelangelo. There are Ninja Turtle skins in the game. There's skins for a lot of popular characters, I guess. Because the game is so huge. Oh, I heard those sounds. Stream stickers. A cat, nice. Oh yeah, those are the global ones, but I have some custom ones as well that I made. The custom ones that I added for my chat. Not sure if try see if you can find them and try one of them if you don't mind. Because no one has tried them yet. Misato, nice. Yeah. Nice. Thanks, man. Oh, heart max up. Why did... the jazz tune. My girl, Madoka Yukawa. I best not touch that guy. That's Bart Simpson, I think. Yeah. This. How often do you stream? I don't think I ever seen you online. Do you not stream much? Because if I ever find you streaming, if I ever am online when you're streaming, I'll definitely check it out, man. Yeah. Oh, these annoying. Yes, get him, bat. Ah, I see. Well, actually, I didn't restart streaming again until a couple of weeks ago or so. Because I streamed for a bit in the late 2024. I was streaming Civilization 6 when I still had it installed. But then I didn't stream for nearly a year, and then I decided to stream again. What kind of games do you usually stream, by the way? Meal ticket, nice. Because I'll be mostly streaming retro games. Oh, Ninja Turtles and Ninja Gaiden. I definitely watch those. I'm not a big fan of shooters, I admit. Depending on the game, if you stream GoldenEye or Doom or Wolfenstein, then yes, I'd be interested in that. But if it's like Call of Duty, then that's not really my thing. If it's Borderlands 2, then yeah, that would be cool. Since I used to play that, since I used to play that one with a few friends on Steam back in the day. It was fun on co-op. Nice, lots of meal tickets. Anyway, a modern game that I can see myself streaming is Shredder's Revenge. I'll have to stream that one. Although I'll have to reduce the bitrate to 2000 or so that it doesn't lag at all. Miso soup, spaghetti, pizza. Yeah, indeed. I haven't beaten it yet. But there's a lot to do in the game. Just like someday I'll have to stream Turtles in Time. That's always a fun game to play as. So if I'm going to stream, so yes, I'm going to stream the games that are not necessarily the most popular, but the ones I like, that I really want to play, or that I know that I like this one, Symphony of the Night. I knew I would like this game, which is why I decided to stream it, and I don't regret it at all, because I'm really liking this game. It's pretty damn good. Peanuts. This used to be a safe spot, but now it's just Peanuts. Peanuts. Now when I was a kid, I had on VHS dubbed in Brazilian Portuguese of all things that special Charlie Brown episode where there's a school election and they're writing on the blackboard. I think it's Charlie Brown who runs against Lucy or something. I don't know if you ever watched that. Oh, here's the safe spot. I used to love that shit when I was a kid. I used to watch so much on VHS that one. I don't remember it much anymore because it's been, I don't know, 27 years since I last saw it. Jesus. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name, but it's a Charlie Brown episode where they gotta elect the school the student party representative or something, and Charlie Brown runs for it, and I think he runs against Lucy, but I don't remember the name of it. No, because other than that, I am not really well versed on Peanuts. Even though I watched a few of the cartoon episodes when I was a kid as well. When they air reruns here. I like that guy who played the piano that Lucy liked, but he didn't care about her. That Schrodinger guy who was more interested in playing the piano instead of. And also, of course, there was also the Lucy holding the American football and taunting Charlie Brown, which made him sleep. Poor Charlie Brown. He also played baseball, I think. Yeah, I don't know about those ones. I don't think I've seen those ones, no. Oh, I missed something there. Yeah, I don't know those ones. Anyway, as far as animated movies, I watched a lot when I was a kid, and I had on VHS. Tiny Toon Adventures, how I spent my summer vacation. I watched that like 100 times. Also, DuckTales movie, although I don't remember that one so well except for the ending. Oh, Blueback, $400, nice. Also, Space Jam, of course. I even have that one on DVD. And the Goofy movie, I watched that one a lot as well. I also had the Tom and Jerry movie, the one that had musical acts on VHS, but I don't remember that one that well. Like, the funny thing is I had it. That one was dubbed in Portuguese, but the song sections, the musical sections, were in English with subtitles. I think it was kind of cool how they did that. On DVD, nice. No, I don't have any of that on DVD. No, only Space Jam. I know people say that Space Jam objectively is not a good movie, but I think it was so fun. It was such a big part of my generation, so I cannot hate Space Jam, really. Like, okay, the acting's not that great, but come on, it's a silly Tunes movie that everyone loves. Everyone who grew up with it loves. They made a new Space Jam movie, I think, some years ago, but I don't think it was that big or have any cultural imprint. Yeah, a goofy movie. But I never watched the actual Goof Troop cartoon, only the movie. And I think it's cool, funny how Pete was now was now Goofy's neighbor and a nice guy because in the Disney comics, which are rich here in Europe, Pete is actually Mickey's nemesis. He's a bad guy, a criminal. So now he was a nice neighbor of Goofy. Disney lore is not very consistent. Yeah, yeah, but he was a lovable jerk like Trevor from. Remember Trevor O'Monic from Alf, who was the Tanner's neighbor. He was also a bit of an annoying loudmouth, but he was a good guy deep down. And besides, Pete's son, which are PJ, I think that was his name, was friends with Max, Goofy's son. So because I think Goof Troop was not really about good guys versus bad guys, but it was more like about Max, who was Goofy's teenage son, and his crush on Roxanne. It was but it's weird because when I was a kid and a teenager watching school setting stuff was pretty relatable, even if it didn't, even if school in real life was quite different than what I saw on TV. But but as an adult, it's hard to go back and relate to the teenage characters. You know, you just think, oh, what a bunch of immature jerks. You kind of relate more to the teachers nowadays, which is carrying the side that am getting old. As for the Aladdin cartoon series, I never watched it. I mean, I watched the movie, I'm sure, at least one time when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything. I remember Aladdin mostly for the Super Nintendo Capcom game. That game was awesome. I actually prefer to the Mega Drive game, which I did not grow up with, even though it's considered slightly better. But the Super Nintendo game is awesome as well, honestly. It's so full of life and identity. Oh, that's an imp. And of course, I watched Lion King when I was a kid, the first and the second ones. But I haven't watched them in ages. So, like, I remember watching Lion King 2 in school when I was like in third grade or fourth. That was the only time I watched it. I think I watched it during lunch break in school, which is kind of funny. And in school when I was a kid, I remember in second grade or so, before classes where we'd sit around and watch, and like before classes when you'd sit around and watch the RoboCop cartoon, that series from the 90s, where he had a cool motorcycle and a lame car, as we remember. Yeah, I should give the Mega Drive version by Virgin another shot sometime and try to beat it. Shiitake mushroom, Rock Knight, or Rockman or Gutsman from Mega Man. Fuck. Oh, wait, that's the big ass lady, but next time she's living in that plant. Blue Venus weed. Fuck. How did I avoid that? Wow, lucky me. Dead. Fuck. Oh, the game over screen. At least it's a cool screen, so I don't. It doesn't bother me that much seeing it again. So, I mean, this is like the 20th time I had a game over in this game. I wish this game kept a counter of how many times you die like the Zelda games do. That would be interesting. Okay, now I got the bad icon. Reverse caverns. Reverse with a C. That's this is funny. Clearly done on purpose. I doubt that's a translation error. They probably did it on purpose to be funny or something. Yeah, I got the meal tickets already. Let me check something here. Huh. Okay. Okay, you see when okay, let's see. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours and 12 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play for more 15 minutes or so, and then after I think I'm gonna try and rate someone who's online because I've heard that rates are cool and that people do in order to have fun and form friendships. I don't know how many people are watching this because I don't I have the counter of viewers turned off and I act like I'm speaking. I act like I have 100 people watching me stream every time I'm playing. That's how you're supposed to do. But in case you're still around 50 minutes from now on, I'll be wondering if you'd be interested in participating in a raid of another streamer. You don't have to stay for long. But I'm not sure if some streamers. I think some streamers disable raids, so I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if this will work or not. But I'll try because raids can go wrong sometimes, especially if it's a troll raiding them or something. Perhaps some only accept raids from friends. I don't know. It's a very long tunnel. And I was told that the cool thing to do is that, from what I gather, it's a cool thing to do when you end your stream is to rate someone else. In order to, it's good for networking, to have fun, and to get yourself noticed. But some streamers might get annoyed with it, so. Oh, boss fight. Oh, Alucard again? Doppelganger again? And why he's number 40? He's like the second on my face. I'm poisoned? Fuck. See, that's the annoying thing about this game. Oh, now I lost the miso soup. Instead of automatically using the replenished items, no, they just fall on the ground and you have to pick them up. That's annoying as hell. I did not expect to face my doppelganger again. And I guess he used mist there. Yeah, that's mist or something. Can I beat him? I don't think so. I'll probably die, but take that. Just die already, doppelganger. Die already. Just die already, Jesus. Fucking hell. And I hope you don't have a second form, or else I'll lose my shit. Yes! Yes. Oh, nice, Michelangelo. That spell is from, I think it's from the underwater level in the NES Ninja Turtles game, when you disable the bombs. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not going down there, no. That looks like instant death. Yeah. Yeah, I could tell. So I'm going back. Let's try to go right or left. See if there's a safe spot, or just go back down there. But I prefer a closer safe spot, a new safe spot. The more I unlock, the better it is. Oh, right here, nice, nice. Okay, let me see.